I'm Claudia Vacca. I am a third-year PhD student. I did my undergrad in biological science at the University of Edinburgh, and now I'm here at our beautiful Hawkesbury campus at Western Sydney University to finish up my PhD. So my PhD project title is Developing Novel Technology to Bolster Plant Resistant to Fungal Pathogens. The project has been funded by Perfection Fresh and Future Food Systems. Essentially what I'm trying to do is tackle the challenges that clubroot presents to broccolini. So clubroot is a very, very important pathogen for brassica plants in general, but especially has been a challenge to broccolini for our growers. And so my collaborator Perfection Fresh has asked me to look into ways to bolster broccolini resistance, whether it is by developing novel substrates and so switching into protected cropping, or looking at the molecular mechanisms that go in protecting broccolini, and so the defense mechanisms that the plant has in relation to Plasmodioptera brassicae, which is the agent of clubroot. The expected outcomes would be to be able to switch broccolini to protected cropping. So Perfection Fresh has the biggest glasshouse in the southern hemisphere, and they would like to have broccolini cultivated in there. And so they asked me to basically test their used rock wool that they use for other crops for broccolini and see if they can reuse it, because that would obviously elongate the life of the rock wool and be able to recycle it somehow, because as of now you have to get rid of it after one cycle of cropping. I'm in the Jonathan Platt group, which is both a pathogen fungal group and a mycorrhizal group. So half of us goes onto the beneficials and half of us go into the bad microbes. And he's been helping me mainly with the molecular side of things, so the transcriptomics and metabolomics. So when I have to look into the underlying molecular mechanisms of plant defense and effectors that the clubroot pathogen enacts on broccolini, I needed obviously an expert in the field, and he's that expert. And also Jeff Powell, he's my co-supervisor. He's an absolute magician in R and he's been helping me massively with code. A big thing about our group is that we all focus on different systems and different pathogens, but at the end of the day we're working with underlying similar things. So when it comes to coming together for transcriptomics, for example, we all collaborate together. A big thing about my research is that it has a direct impact on growers. So it was the growers that presented Perfection Fresh and Future Food Systems with a problem and asked for help in solving this problem, because at the end of the day we eat their food and they are the ones producing it. If they're encountering almost 100% crop loss because of one pathogen, there's definitely research that needs to be done in order to combat that. I would really like it to have an impact for industry and growers, but also what I'm doing is a little bit of fundamental research as well on the mechanism of this clubroot pathogen and the inheritance, because broccolini is a hybrid between two other brassica parents, broccoli and guylan, which are also important crops. So it's also interesting for academics to see what are the mechanisms of inheritance of plant defense in crops that are hybrids, because as of now we're dealing with a lot of hybrids and plant pathogens are a problem everywhere. So this would maybe help that too, laying out the foundations for that type of work. I'm due to finish in December, so very, very soon. I'm probably going to look at trying to find a government job in plant pathology. I would really love to be able to work with different types of people, so sort of like a medium between policy and research. That would be my goal overall. I think policy, it's where we have to put some of the focus for research, because climate change is a huge issue and we need people to pay attention to that. I really want to thank Future Food Systems and Perfection Fresh, and I would love to thank my supervisors, Jonathan Platt and Jeff Powell, and also Dr. Donald Coles, who was instrumental in pretty much 3/4 of this project. Without him, this project would not be here.